Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Mojo here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Now, Hopelessly in Love. This show is good. It is good, but I find it interesting because I believe that Faith was a little upset with how she was being represented on the show, which was a little confusing because except for one segment, I didn't see the rest as bad. I don't know if it's because certain stuff was taken out and maybe she felt like that stuff had more value than what ended up on the editing, off to the network stuff, but who knows? There's a couple of things that we learned, so that's all I'm going to focus on. It really was like an hour and 42 minutes. So it definitely is a must watch. And if you can watch it on demand as well, because that's what I had to do. It starts off with getting to know her early life. Really, of course, it brings up Biggie like instantly and Lil' Kim and Bad Boy. But it starts off in her early life. In her early life, her mother had her while she was still in high school, and Faith's father is white. Why that's important and why her being biracial is important is because her father has never been in her life. She actually even went and reached out to her family members or who she thought were her family members on her father's side, and no one ever got back to her, even to this day. And of course that's affected her, but she doesn't know the man to truly feel any sorts of way. All she knows is that her mother said was because the mom was black and because of where they grew up, especially in the time frame, that he wasn't going to acknowledge having a black child or a mixed child. Now, aside from that, her mother, very, very feisty, very strong, very opinionated, very talented. That's where the musical side comes through. I believe she played with a bunch of different artists, jazz. She was actually rock. She was actually a part of a white, I guess it was I can't call it an all-male group if she was in it, but she was the black one. And especially at that time, that was a huge deal. So she did what she wanted. But of course, still grounded in God and her beliefs. And as Faith would grow up, Bigsby, stop it. She felt like music was her calling. Her mother realized that and would have her in the choir. She would go and perform. And remember, Faith isn't originally from the tri-state area. So her mother, who family member took Faith in when they were moving to New Jersey and said, I'll take care of her. She'll have certain opportunities over here, which was all very true and clearly the right move. So big up her mom for that one. But we move forward to her, and she's off. She's very smart, well educated, got a full scholarship to Fulton University, but her love for music and just for writing in general was starting to supersede that. But her mother wasn't playing. Her mother was like, that's cute, that's great, but you still need a job. You need a job and you need to bring in an income. Faith at one point started to go and a lot of people probably don't realize this, was someone has to record the songs. The people who are writing the songs a lot of time can't sing. So they need someone to at least go in and sing the songs, sing the hooks. Sometimes they stay on as the official hook singer or vocal, but a lot of times they don't. They're just the reference track, as you probably heard in hip hop terms. But yeah, that was Faith for a while. And wow, she kept doing that. I'm fast forwarding. At some point, she caught the ear of Puffy and he said, I'm creating a label. I want to sign you. And of course, she was like, of course, let's do it. Let's go. And again, it wasn't like it was huge money at the time, but her and Biggie meeting, it was actually pretty casual and it was pretty smooth how he actually got her number. He didn't ask for it. He saw it and remembered it because he said he was going to call her. Again, I'm jumping ahead. And their relationship, it started off nice. Sidebar, this entire time, why is it that Lil Kim's name constantly was being mentioned, yet Lil Kim was nowhere to be seen? Was it a condition about Faith doing this documentary? I don't think so. I don't get that energy from her, at least not anymore. Because what she was saying before was essentially that she was going and hitting. There are multiple times where I wouldn't even call it a fight. There was one time where it was a fight, but most of the time when she would catch Biggie with Kim, Faith would go and do some like super sleuthing. One time she went, well, it wasn't just Kim, it was also other women. One time she went and saw that there was a phone call, so then she hit redial and she listened to the different tones that, because when you click, when you're pressing the numbers, it makes different noises, dial tones. So she was able to memorize it, and then she kept playing around until she got the number. I said, oh no, this is not cute. Everyone's just so in awe. How did she do that? I'm thinking, and Faith is having a grand old, because this is her life, having a grand old time retelling this story while I'm looking at her like, this isn't cute. This isn't cute. You popping up, going to different hotel rooms, and let's focus here. Going to different hotel rooms and fighting all these different women, even though a lot of times it seemed like she ended up fighting and hitting Lil Kim, and then she kept laughing about it, even though there are other people opposing sides saying that no, Faith, even though she became the wife, Lil Kim was always a longtime girlfriend before Faith was even in the picture. And that's where the beef started, even though Biggie had Faith go and befriend Lil Kim. It was a circle. Everyone acknowledges that they were all young. I mean, a lot of success, money, and women being thrown at someone at a young age, an impressionable age, an impressionable time. No one wanted Faith and Biggie to get married. Again, they were so young, so impressionable, so much life to be had, which was more than fair. More than fair. But they went and did it anyway. They bonded because they both had girls. I do like how they incorporated actual audio and clips, just like with the Lisa Left Eye story, for the person who's no longer there, so that you can at least hear their side, whether they were right or wrong. You can at least hear their side. We'll jump ahead to the relationship going on the rocks, because it's supposed to be a love story. And once they're broken up, we do mention the East Coast, West Coast rivalry. And honestly, I think we can all see at this point that part of that was marketing. Part of it was it got out of control. That's what ended up happening. It started off as like a marketing thing. Then it got out of control. And it's actually a pretty common practice, but it's hip hop. So it's hip hop in the early 90s. With real street dudes. So it became violent. I mean, think about it. Most people, I'll move forward. Now, one story that I'm glad that she told it from her side was Faith going and interacting with Tupac. Because a lot of people did look at her like, what are you doing? First of all, a lot of people assumed that she was sleeping with Tupac because Biggie was doing whatever he was doing, or doing whoever he was doing. And so to get back at him, she would go and hang out with Tupac, and then she slept with him. That was the story. She said, not only did we never sleep together, originally it was supposed to be for business. I was supposed to be doing a song, and we remember the diss song that came out later on. But she was supposed to be doing a song. She's supposed to be getting $25,000. She was broke, so that money was going to help her out. And she even reached out to Biggie, and he said, essentially, do what you got to do. Meaning that he wasn't thrilled about it, but do what you got to do. And she went and did it. But then as far as getting the money for the track was the issue. And that's when she said that and I didn't like how the story was going anyway, where she went up to the hotel room. I said, and Pac was like, oh, okay, I'll pay you, but you need to SMD. And she was mortified. And she didn't do it. She left. And see, there's such a naiveness there with younger Faith. Such a naiveness because now today, even though people would still be caught up in that situation, that scenario, not with someone going and doing the sexual part, but just in general, where it's like, no, maybe I'm not going to go that. No, maybe this is the enemy. No, you didn't tell me that we were going here. So I really don't like how, you didn't keep it real with me from the start. So I'm just going to exit stage left, call my people type of thing. So I'm glad nothing else happened, because you never know. It could have gone left. And we already knew that Biggie and Tupac, that they had a good relationship. Again, that Biggie was hurt that Tupac would ever even think that he would set him up and all of that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that, because a lot of it had to do with what we already knew. Faith. Well, actually, I don't think we ever really knew how Faith got down. And when I say got down, I mean, she was not just the, long as I go. She was really more so to shoot him up, stick him up. Because they said at one point, and this is not funny, that she went and shot at a dresser when she was having an argument with. I'm saying, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, there was a lot that actually went on. Just a lot of general backstory. I wasn't going to focus on that. So let me know if you saw the Hopelessly in Love, Faith and Biggie, or Biggie and Faith. Because it ended with Stevie J, her in connection with Stevie J. Because Stevie J was there. He was talking at some point. He even talked about breaking up a fight between Faith and Lil' Kim. But oh yeah, they did talk about the video where Biggie's other girlfriend dressed up as Faith and Lil' Kim was on the the level of mess and pettiness, I tell you. Oh. Yeah, but Stevie J and Faith, they're all happy. That's great. They've known each other for a while. That's great. We already knew that Stevie J was a major bad boy producer. That's great. Honestly, I didn't pay attention to when she put out that album, which was supposed to be a duo album between her and Biggie a little while back. But I heard that it was good. I did hear that it was good. So maybe I'll check it out. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Oh yeah, check out the recaps from this past week.